Welcome to Calcutta Races Monsoon Meeting 18th day, Tuesday, 15th October 2019, concluding day of the monsoon season race preview. First race will be the Flower Dust Handicap. For horses in Class 5, a no-whip race to be run over a distance of a mile. Number 1 is Aberella. Aberella's last outing was in race number 103 over 1400 meters. Aberella travelled very wide of the track and finished on third. And the winner of that race was Demonstrate, who went on to win it by 4 lengths. Number 2, we're looking at Beat the Bank. Beat the Bank's last outing was very impressive in race number 42, this monsoon meeting in over 1400 meters, where Beat the Bank travelled third till it turned for home, gradually gained places on the outside towards the stand side, and went on to win that race by a nose by beating Gramercy Park at the post. Also in the same race, we had number 6, Singapore Agata, who finished right at the back end to finish on 8th out of 10 runners. Number 3 will be Cool Conqueror. Cool Conqueror's last outing was over 2,000 meters this monsoon meeting in race number 108, where Cool Conqueror was leading till it turned for home and then gradually faded back and finished on third. And the winner of that race was Avellino, who went on to win that race impressively by 4 lengths. Number 4 will be Prince of Heart. Prince of Heart's had 3 starts this monsoon meeting, finished off the board in all 3 starts. Last outing being in race number 62 over 1400 meters, where Prince of Heart finished right at the back end to finish on 8th out of 10 runners, and the winner of that race was Fabiola. Number 5 will be Shivai. Shivai's last outing was quite an eye-catcher in race number 81 over 1400 meters, where Shivai travelled third till it turned for home and then gradually gained a place and travelled quite wide of the track and finished on second, quite a far away second, 6 lengths behind the winner. That was Gramercy Park, who went on to win it by 6 lengths, pillar to post victory for Gramercy Park. Number 7 will be Happy Returns. Happy Returns' last outing was over 1200 meters in race number 114, where Happy Returns travelled 10th till it turned for home, gradually gained a few places, and finished on 7th after much efforts. And the winner of that race was Optimum, who was too good, won it by half a length. Number 8 will be Murdification. Murdification's last outing was quite impressive in race number 88 over 1200 meters, where Murdification travelled 8th till it turned for home, gradually gained places, and absolutely blew the field away by running away and going on to win that race by a nose, by beating Midnight Magic, who came up with a late dash but couldn't catch on to Murdification. We move on to the second race, which will be the Amber Dew Handicap to be run over a distance of 1600 meters. Number 1, we're looking at Jaws. Arazan out of Sprungly. Last outing was quite impressive in race number 92 over 1600 meters, where Joss travelled second all the way and then came and took over the running and went on to win that race impressively by beating Summerhill by 2 3/4 lengths. Can repeat again this time out as Joss, been ridden by Suraj Naledu. Also in the same race, we had number 2, Summerhill, who finished on second. Number 3 will be Apna Time Aiga. Apna Time Aiga has had 5 starts this monsoon meeting, surely been knocking on the door for a long time. Last outing over 2,000 meters in race number 102, where Apna Time Aiga finished on third after much efforts. Also in the same race, we had number 5, Descartes, who finished one behind to finish on fourth, and the eventual winner of that race was too good that day. It was Devotion. Number 4, we're looking at Bojangles. Winning Legend at a moment of the day. Last outing was Very impressive in race number 67 over 1800 meters, where Bojangles travelled second till it turned for home and then gradually took over the running in the last 250 meters and went on to win that race. And a ding-dong battle with 7-step, won it by a short neck, was Bojangles. Number 6 will be Airlift. Airlift's last outing was over 1400 meters, the sponsor meeting in race number 101, where Airlift finished on 6th, and the winner of that race was Aftershock, who went on to win it by a length and 3/4. Number 7 will be The Last Judgment. Last Judgment's had one win this monster meeting. Last outing over 2,000 meters was not impressive over in race number 108, where The Last Judgment finished on 6th after much efforts, and the winner of that race was Avellino, went on to win it by 4 lengths. We move on to the third race, which will be the zip-off plate. A handicap for maiden horses 3 years old only, rated 1 to 26, to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. Number 4, we're looking at Glendower. Glendower's last outing was over 1100 meters. Has had 3 starts this month meeting, finished off-board in all 3 starts. In race number 104, finished on 7th as Glendower. Also in the same race, we had number 7, Swanlight, who finished 1 ahead to finish on 6th, and number 8, Solo March, who finished on 5th, and the winner of that race was Russia Gold, won that race by half a length. Number 6, we're looking at Palmaria, top class out of Polynesia. The one start, last outing being in race number 90 over 1100 meters, with Palmaria finished on 5th after much efforts, and the winner of that race was Tia Queen, who got that one by a length and 3/4. Lastly, number 9 will be El Mulano. Summit out of offshore Anna just had 2 starts this monsoon meeting, finished off the boat in both its outings. Last outing over 1200 meters in race number 64, where El Mulano travelled 9th right at the back end till it turned for home and then gradually gained 1 place and finished on 8th after much efforts. Winner of that race was Hukumat, who got that one by 5 lengths. We go on to the 4th race, which will be the Mercury Handicap for horses in Class 5, to be run over a distance of 1100 meters. Number 1 will be Uncrowned King. Uncrowned King's last outing was over 1200 meters this monster meeting in race number 112, where Uncrowned King travelled right at the back end till it turned for home, almost in second last position out of 12 runners, and gradually gained a lot of places to finish on 4th, an eye-catching 4th by Uncrowned King. Winner of that race was Glorious Leaps. Number 2 will be Buddy Holly. Buddy Holly's last outing was over 1100 meters in race number 105, where Buddy Holly finished on 12th out of 12 runners. Absolutely no show there by Buddy Holly, and the winner of that race was Stelvia Pass. Number 3 will be Dakshesh, Verenar out of Elegante. Last starting, quite an impressive one, but unlucky in race number 70 over 1100 meters, where Dakshesh almost got that race, but lost that race by a long neck to Hurricane Storm, and Dakshesh had to settle for second. Watch out for Dakshesh this time out. Number 4 will be Midnight Magic. Midnight Magic's had 4 starts this monsoon meeting. Last outing over 1200 meters in race number 114, where Midnight Magic travelled 7 till it turned firm. Gradually gained places, but quite a late run by Midnight Magic to finish on 4th. Also in the same race, he had number 5, that is the 6 Seal, who finished right at the back end to finish on 10th. Number 6, San Remo, who finished on 3rd after much efforts. And number 11, that is Auntie's Boy, who finished on 6th, but the eventual winner was Optimum. Number 7, we're looking at It's a Mukau. It's a Mukau's last outing was over 1100 meters in race number 95, where It's a Mukau travelled second till it turned firm and then dropped back 1 place after much efforts and finished on 3rd. And also in the same race, we had number 8, Knight's Gambit, who finished on 6th, on number 12, Jorel, who finished on 5th. But the eventual winner was Hurricane Storm, who got that one by a long neck. Number 9, we're looking at Glorious Run. 3 starts this monsoon meeting, finished off the board in all 3 outings. Last outing was practically no show there by Glorious Run. Finished on 10th out of 12 runners in race number 40 over 1100 meters. The winner of that race was Dilmange Mo. Number 10, we're looking at Ayana. Ayana has just had 1 start this monsoon meeting in race number 2 over 1100 meters. Now running after quite a long layoff here is Ayana. And in that race, Ayana finished on 7th after much efforts out of 9 runners. And the winner of that race was Shania Spet, who got that by 4 lengths. We move on to the feature of the day, which will be the Monsoon Cup for horses 4 years old and over to be run over a distance of 2,000 meters. Number 1, we're looking at who makes the rules. Surely rules here in the city of Joy, Calcutta. Last outing, just 1 start this monsoon meeting was in race number 85 over 1,800 meters. Was travelling 5th till it turned firm out of 6 runners and then came out with a real rattle on the stand side and went on to win it by 3/4 of a length. Also in the same race, we had number 3, Cadman, who finished on 6th, and number 5, Shivalik Shahs, who finished on 3rd, and Breeze of the South finished on 2nd. Number 2, we are looking at Big Orange. Big Orange has had 4 starts this monsoon, meaning having finished 2nd in its first start behind Multitude, has run off the board in its last 3 outings. Last one being in race number 100 over 1400 meters, where Big Orange finished on 6th, and the winner of that race was Shivesh, who came out with a lightning run to go on to win that race by a length and a quarter. Number 3, we're looking at Hartnell. I beg your pardon. Number 4, we're looking at Hartnell. Hartnell's had 2 outings this monster meeting, having finished 5th in its first start. Last outing over 1400 meters in race number 59. Hartnell went on to win that race by a long neck by beating stablemate Admiral Hatsu. Number 7, we're looking at Lord of the Sea. Lord of the Sea's last outing was over 2,000 meters in race number 93, where Lord of the Sea finished on 4th. Also in the same race, we had number 8, Multi Glory, who finished on 2nd after giving a ding-dong battle with the eventual winner of that race, that was Smith & Wesson. We now go on to the 6th race, which will be the Hall of Glory handicap to be run over a distance of 1,400 meters. Number 1, we're looking at Spitfire. Spitfire's last outing in Calcutta was in the Calcutta cold weather season in race number 46 over a mile, which is the Calcutta 2000 Guineas, where Spitfire finished on 5th out of 5 runners, and the eventual winner of that race is Adjudicate, now having changed of ownership with Spitfire, now owned by Manjri Hospitals Farm, running here in Calcutta, first time in the monsoon meeting. Number 2 will be Midnight Phantom. Midnight Phantom's last outing was over 2,000 meters in race number 98. Midnight Phantom finished on 4th after much efforts, and the winner of that race was Cold Frontier. Came out with a lightning run on the stand side and went on to win it by 2 3/4 lengths. Number 3 will be Oak Brook. Netwiz out of Oakdale, having had 4 starts this monsoon meeting, finished off the board in all 4 starts. Last outing was not impressive at all in race number 106 over 1200 meters, where Oak Brook finished right at the back end to finish on 11th out of 11 runners. Also in the same race, we had number 10, Surf Romance, who finished on 10th, and number 11, Rufus, who finished on 7th. Winner of that race was Aquitania. Number 4, we're looking at the Kiss, multi-dimensional out of Abronia, having 2 starts this monsoon meeting, having won its first start over 1200 meters in race number 5. Last outing was pretty unlucky. The Kiss finished on 2nd, a length and 3/4 behind the winner. That is Kramer in race number 65, which is over 1200 meters. Number 5 will be Gold Bond. Gold Bond's last outing was impressive but unlucky in race number 80 over 1400 meters. Gold Bond traveled 8th, I beg your pardon, till it turned for home, and then gradually gained a lot of places down in the center. Came up with a real late dash, but couldn't match tries to the winner. That is Ashna. Finished 2 lengths behind and settled for 2nd was Gold Bond, now being ridden by Suraj Neredu. Watch out for Gold Bond. Also in the same race, we had number 7, Arakawa, who finished 1 behind Gold Bond to finish on 3rd. Number 6 will be Rule Down Under. Rule Down Under's had 5 starts this monsoon meeting, finished off the board in all 5 starts. Last outing over 1800 meters in race number 86, finished on 4th out of 5 runners, and the winner of that race was Sniper, a runaway winner that day, won it by 9 3/4 lengths. Number 8, we're looking at Nelson's Blood. Nelson's Blood's last outing was quite an eye-catcher in race number 107 over 1200 meters, where Nelson's Blood travelled 5th till it turned for home, gradually gained places towards the inner rail and came up with a late dash and finished on 2nd, 2 1/4 lengths behind the winner. That is Coup de Gras. At Nelson's Blood was a long shot at 12-1 last outing. Number 9 will be Fantasia. Fantasia having won its second last start in race number 82 or 1400 meters. Last outing in race number 109 fell 1 shot and finished 2nd, 4 lengths behind the winner. That is Big Star in race number 109 over 1400 meters. Number 12, we're looking at the straddle, Dancing Forever out of San Fernand's Bay. Just had 1 start this monster meeting, and what a start that was by the straddle in race number 96 over 1100 meters. Traveled 3rd till it turned for home, gradually gained places down in the center, and absolutely blew the field away by 2 3/4 lengths by beating Tough Enough. Can repeat it again is the straddle. Watch out for him. We move on to the 7th and last race, which will be the Sri Priya handicap to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. Number 1 will be Adirvit Arazan out of Mehami. This had 3 starts this monsoon meeting. Finished 2nd in its first start, 4th in its second. Last outing not impressive. Finished on 7th in race number 107 over 1200 meters. And the winner of that race is Coup de Gras. Number 2, we're looking at Stormfront. Stormfront's last outing was in race number 91 this monsoon meeting over 1400 meters, where Stormfront, after much efforts in the final stages, finished on 4th. Also in the same race, we had number 6, that is Christiana, who finished 2 behind to finish on 6th, and the winner of that race was Demonstrate, got it by 3/4 of a length. Number 3 will be Expensive Affair. Sedgefield out of Belligerent has had 5 starts this monsoon meeting. Surely been knocking on the door, but been absolutely unlucky. Is Expensive Affair. We need to wait and watch as what Expensive Affair has to show us on the last day of the season. Last outing was in race number 97 over 1600 meters, where Expensive Affair finished on 4th. Also in the same race, we had number 5 Rustler, who finished right at the back end to finish on 8th out of 8 runners, and the winner of that race was Skyden. Number 4 will be Leopard Creek. Leopard Creek's last outing was in race number 105, this monster meeting over 1100 meters, where Leopard Creek travelled 8th till it turned firm, gradually gained few places down in the centre of the track and finished on 4th. Also in the same race, we had number 7, that is Coconut, who finished on 6th, and number 8, Monte Casino, who finished on 2nd. 3 lengths behind the winner, that is Telvio Pass. Number 9 will be Botswana Star. Botswana Star's last outing was over 1400 meters in race number 110, where Botswana Star finished on 8th out of 9 runners after much efforts. Winner of that race was Whispering Grass, who absolutely blew the field that day, won it by a length and 3/4 and sprung a surprise. Number 10, we're looking at Mrs. Willy-Nilly. 4 starts this monsoon meeting. Last 2 starts being pretty unlucky as Mrs. Willy-Nilly finished second in its last 2 starts. Second last start got beat by a long neck to Hurricane Storm. Last outing over 1200 meters in race number 114 got beat by Optimum by half a length, and Mrs. Willy-Nilly is the one that you need to watch out for. Number 11 will be Celerino. 1 start this monster meeting in race number 112 over 1200 meters. Celerino finished on 9th out of 12 runners after much efforts. Winner of that race was Glorious Leaps. Came up with a late dash down in the centre and went on to win it by a length and 1/4. Number 12 will be Porous. Rebuttal out of Anaceta's 3 starts this monster meeting. Finished off the boat in all 3 starts. Last one being in race number 94 over 1800 meters, where Porous finished on 8th out of 8 runners. Quite a far away 8th, and the winner of that race was Beatrix. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your time. Hope to see you tomorrow, the concluding day of the monsoon meeting. Till then, take care, and we'll see you back in the Calcutta cold weather season. God bless.